Brown University shooting. Comprehensive overview of the December 2025 attack. On Saturday, December 13, 2025, a tragic mass shooting occurred at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island, marking one of the deadliest incidents on an Ivy League campus in recent U.S. history. The event unfolded during the late afternoon as students were attending final examinations. The situation triggered a large-scale emergency response and remains under active investigation. What happened? At approximately 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time, a gunman armed with a firearm entered the Bruce and Holly building, which houses the university's School of Engineering and Physics, and opened fire on students and faculty inside a classroom where final exams were underway. Brown University's internal alert system quickly notified the campus community of an active shooter, instructing students and staff to lock doors, silence mobile devices, and shelter in place. A subsequent shelter-in-place order was extended to surrounding neighborhoods as law enforcement began a manhunt. Casualties and injuries. Authorities confirmed the following. 2 individuals were killed at the scene. Both are understood to have been Brown University students. 9 others were wounded. Of these, 8 victims sustained gunshot wounds and were transported to Rhode Island Hospital. 1 additional victim sustained a non-life-threatening injury from fragments related to the shooting. Several of the injured were reported in critical but stable condition, though hospital officials continued to monitor their status overnight. Suspect and manhunt. At the time of reporting, no arrests had been made. The suspect remains at large. Law enforcement described the person of interest as a male dressed in black, possibly in his 30s. Reports indicate he may have worn a camouflage mask, although this has not been confirmed. Video released by authorities shows the individual exiting the Bruce and Holly building on foot via Hope Street shortly after the shooting. A multi-agency search involving local police, state authorities, and federal partners, including the FBI and ATF, was underway with hundreds of personnel canvassing the area. Residents in the vicinity of campus were urged to remain indoors and follow police guidance as the manhunt continued into the evening. Official responses. Brown University administration. University leadership, including President Christina Paxson, issued statements expressing profound sorrow and emphasizing support for victims, families, and the broader campus community. They confirmed ongoing lockdowns and counseled all community members to follow safety protocols until clear. Local government and law enforcement. Providence Mayor Brett Smiley held press briefings underscoring the gravity of the incident, confirming casualty figures, and continuing emphasis on shelter-in-place orders. City and campus police worked in coordination with state and federal forces to locate the suspect. National leadership. U.S. President Donald Trump addressed the shooting from the White House, calling the situation terrible and expressing support for the victims. He corrected an earlier misstatement that a suspect had been detained, reaffirming that no one was in custody. Campus disruption. Exams scheduled for Sunday were canceled or postponed amid the crisis and the uncertainty of the situation. Students and faculty described scenes of panic and fear as the shooting unfolded, with many hiding or fleeing to safety based on emergency instructions. Broader context. Brown University, a prestigious Ivy League institution founded in 1764, has an enrollment of over 10,000 students. Such a violent incident on an academic campus, especially during final exams, has shocked both the local community and the national consciousness. Gun violence on U.S. campuses remains a key focus of national debate, and this event adds urgency to discussions about campus safety, emergency preparedness, and broader gun policy in the United States.